good. Hope everybody having a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. We're gonna do a Star Trek live, y'all. Do a Star Trek live mixed with the HHN. We gotta talk about what's going on. This is about the heat, and I hope everybody is staying hydrated and staying cool. Let me get this. Chances are my notifications didn't go out. So let me share this for my community first. For all my Trekkies out there. Mm. Shouts out to everybody. Hold on. Give me a quick second, everybody. What you won't do is for drugs. Everything, and she still fucked up. In her world, she's a hoe. Got a thing for boobs, and I can't let go. I might do something to that. I'm just playing with it for now. I guess you wonder where I've been. I've been fucking working. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. I'm gonna fuck that up. Me and my girl, we just smoking weed. And it ain't gonna change. We got a bunch of weed. I came back to smoke with her. I'm gonna kill that parody. I'm gonna kill that parody. I'm gonna fuck that parody up. Oh man, I'm gonna fuck that parody up. Shouts out to everybody. This for all my Trek fans. I got a quick HHN. I want to talk about this goddamn fucking heat. Real shit. Much love to the guy that's sponsored because we over there in the UK with it, and it's gonna be motherfucking hotter for a couple more days over there. I hear. You already know. We're gonna do the HHN first, and then we're gonna get off into it. But yeah, the word of the shit is fucking heat. It's hot, and some people starting to think it's systematically designed. I think it's systematically designed. I understand the scientific process of the jet streams and all this motherfucking shit, but if shit goes up every year, not by a lot, but just by a little, using our common sense and critical thinking and looking at the trajectory of where shit could possibly go if it rises every year when it comes to heat, people are gonna fucking die. It's like, what the fuck? But you would think, okay, maybe this is why they're blocking out the sun. This is why they're trying to talk about global warming, this, global warming, that. No. Y'all the ones that's doing this shit. It's like problem, reaction, solution. It's like, goddamn, we got to add weather modification to the goddamn shit. They already killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through the disease. It's like, goddamn it, they're not dying fast enough, Johnson. Turn up the temperature. But salute everybody. Yeah, that's must be Milestones of the channel. What up, though, Milestone? What's good? I'm glad my baby here. Much love to my goddess. Even my phone want to see you. What up, though, babe? Even the phone said what up. All right. Hold on 1 second. We gotta play some jams real quick. I hope my shit don't fuck up because I'm on a second phone. I can't really type in a chat, but I can do though. Gonna play a couple of tracks real quick, and then we gonna get off into it.
Another night falls, the scent of rain on the street, just shadows dancing in this half-lit retreat. Cigarette smoke curls, a phantom embrace, lost in the rhythm. Time loses its pace. The drunken piano, mournful and deep. Secrets of sadness, my weary soul keeps. Each note a longing, a fragile perfume. Trapped in this moment, consumed by the gloom. Echoes of sorrow, a desperate plea. This dark melody sets my soul free. Desire and torment entwined in the air. A fragile heart broken beyond all repair. A bittersweet sting. What fragile beauty this moment will bring. Your ghost on the bar stool, a specter so near, drowning my worries, dissolving my fear. But sorrow still lingers, a bittersweet wine, a love left unspoken, eternally mine. Break it.
Much love to the goddess, bro. It sound like, you know, like I can play that song while I'm slaying a whole bunch of people in the samurai sword while I'm smoking a blunt at the same time. Chill mode. I love it.
They watch us move. A grand display. Each breath a cue. Every word a game. Spotlight low. Dust motes gleam. A silent show. More than
ahead and take
faith,
and play this.
pain.
One more.
Smoke in the air, eyes everywhere, a pulse in the night,
Love it all.
lost in your light. Footsteps soft, a silent plea, drawing me in so dangerously. A shadowed grin, a knowing stare, caught in a trance. I just don't care. The ocean sighs, a distant sound is deeper in this game. I'm bound, a lucid dream, awakened light beneath this dark and endless sky. This pull, this haze, a dangerous space. Deep desire takes my breath, dancing close with death. Close with death.
Well, in my head, Cannon Vanta singing. She's definitely singing to me in my mind, for sure.
The scent of risk, a bittersweet. Upon this path, my bare feet meet. Faint spoken words, illusions bright, dimming the truth within the night. A dizzying spin, I lose my way, trapped in the spell of yesterday. No turning back, the choice is made. Shadows deep, my soul betrayed. This pull, this haze, a dangerous maze. Deep desire takes my breath, dancing close with death. Dancing close with death.
Hi. Thank you. That was the lovely Vanta for the opening. Yes, I see you on stage, Vanta, just sitting there with with the beautiful lights and the dancers in the background, dancing all in tune together. You just sitting there looking all gorgeous, You already know. You gotta open for me. Open for me. And then computer, set me up.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Yep, I just dropped the Hurricane album release. Hope everybody enjoyed the album release. And now we're on a new project. I got one song for the new project. And we gonna play that, and then we gonna get off into the news. Even the phone agrees. For the new project.
Phenom Rogue One Productions.
Baby girl, twerk that ass. Baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag. Take it, throw it up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass. Baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag. Take it, throw it up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass. Yeah, I made it here at last. Seeing women walking past. Time to pull out the cash. Baby girl, shake that ass. Girl, I'm paying for the dance. Girl, you got me in the trance. Hit me with her sexy glance. Now we headed to the tram. Private party in the slab. All these bitches looking bad. About to get her from the back. Baby girl, give me that. Have to take it to my pad. Going all in that land. She was ready for the splash. Baby girl, girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back, baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash, baby girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back, baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash, baby girl, twerk that ass. Now I'm fish about the lab, about to get back to the bag. She was in the S class, busy up, it's time to dash. On the E-way driving fast, about to go pick up a stash. Clear the rash from the back, gotta put it on the track. All the ladies on the floor, twerk that ass, drop it low. Baby, you know how it go. Baby girl, twerk that ass, while I'm throwing up the cash. Everybody have a blast, tell the girl to twerk it fast. Baby girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass, baby girl, throw it back. Baby, do it for the bag, niggas throwing up the cash. Baby girl, twerk that ass.
The Empire. Not for the retarded. Worldwide exclusive. Yep, I think I might. Yeah. It's gonna be the Detroit Gorilla. Yep, the Detroit Gorilla album. Like first or together, not Detroit Gorilla. Yeah, I think I'm gonna motherfucking just party this motherfucking album out. That's a good tone setter for that album, but still need an intro. Detroit Gorilla. It's gonna be kind of like Style Master. Like Style Master was like a balance of party, hip hop, and a little bit of revolution. You like the revolution was still there, but it was more, let's just vibe on the Style Master. You know, like we still had our tracks. You know, like leading towards the end, but like the first beginning is we party. Then we get into hip hop, and then we go end it with some revolution. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, that's how the Style, and Style Master was 20 fucking tracks. Jesus. Damn. I need to go back to Style Master again, look at the track list and look how I set it up and try to set up Detroit algorithm the same way. Because usually my format is revolution start, then after that we party, chill, and then go back into the revolution. You know, that's my format. But like with Style Master, it was different. It was party, hip hop, revolution. Like basically like a story of myself. Like I'm out there fighting, I want to smoke, drink, and smash after a long day, and then after that, get back to the revolution. I'm trying to make a movie. Like I wish I could like have skits in between, but like I'm doing the shitload of music. Once everything get done, when I throw this shit in the AI master machine and it tweak all my sound to its perfect sound quality, then I'll probably, like would add some skits. So like it'll probably, be a remaster of all my albums, like with some added skits because I want to tell a story, when it came to the Breath of the Ancestors and the Wrath of the Ancestors, I wanted to have some native shit like for skits inside of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like native proverbs type shit. So like once everything get done, it'll be like definitely a remaster of each album with some added skits, some talking. You know how shit used to be back in the day where the shit used to feel like a fucking movie when you listen to an album. I miss that. Even the phone agrees, it's like you have a dog ass intro that goes into the intro track. Then in between the album, you have an interlude. Then the interlude goes into the next track. And then you have your outro after the last song. Or you have a small interlude going into like the last song. So like, for example, you can have a 20-track album, but it could be 16 tracks of music, but 4 of the tracks is the skit. You know, the intro, outro, and 2 interludes, and it'll put your shit up to 20. It'll feel like a movie. Yeah. So, right, right. You can play the whole album all the way through, you know. So like I miss those days, and I'm trying to keep that alive, you know, at least. But we got that out the way. Let's go to the news real quick.
Unlike anything seen more recently.
Can't go to the news yet without giving our girl the business, Vonta. We got to take her to her day 3 real quick. Let's go grab our girl Amelia real quick. We miss Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm English, and I love England. I like having fish and chips and a pint at the local pub. I like Shakespeare and Dickens, Tolkien and Lewis, Harry Potter. I like pork sausage and dogs and fashion. Haram! Haram! But I don't like that. Brits are famously polite, but it mustn't mean we're willing to commit cultural suicide. Our institutions, the Church of England, the BBC, are a bunch of queers and nonces. How the bloody hell did we go from Churchill to you git? Sadiq Khan, the mayor? This is London, mate, not Afghanistan. Or Star Wars. Our government won't even protect our schoolgirls from grooming gangs. Sod off, wankers! The police won't help. They're too busy confiscating garden tools and suppressing free speech.
That's right, miss. What have I done, officer? You've tweeted rudely, and you're under arrest.
Curry is fine, but we have several recipes already. There are 50 Islamic nations in the world. Muslims don't need to be on our island. They want to conquer it. The government says it must be this way. That doesn't make it right, does it, Robin Hood?
No, my lady.
These dragons that threaten our England won't go away unless brave knights rise up to slay them. Or did all the British bloodlines with any bollocks get killed off in World Wars I and II? Englishmen, it's your country, and it's being taken from you. Chav, posh, doesn't matter. We're already all in this together. I don't want this to be the future of the women of England, and I'm sure the women of Iran and Afghanistan didn't want it either. Your ancestors beat the Spanish Armada, Napoleon, and the Nazis. Surely you can handle welfare tourists. History will record what you do or don't do. Get cracking, lads. Love, Amelia.
And real shit, as much as that is a skit, that's some real shit. History will record what we do or don't do. That's why I gotta motherfucker do this revolution, because motherfuckers are really gonna remember this. Just like Achilles told that boy in the movie Troy, bars. That's why no one will remember your name. And he went out there and killed that big motherfucker. Ah! Now I'm hearing Achilles is a trans character in one of these movies that came out. I think the Odyssey or some shit like that. I don't know. Y'all turned Achilles into a trans character? Really? When Brad fucking Pitt had to hit the motherfucking gym for like months to get the Achilles godlike physique that y'all was aiming for. You know how many motherfuckers put their bodies on the line for this fucking movie? Being in a hot fucking sun, shooting and shit. And just to get a skinny trans character with no muscles. This is what I hear. I don't know if this shit true, man, but I saw some shit when I was scrolling through Facebook and I'm seeing thumbnails. It was probably rage bait, probably, but I'm like, if that's Achilles, somebody need to get shot. Because that's one is disrespecting the real Achilles, if he was real or not. Two is disrespecting the original movie that brought out Achilles, which was Troy. And plus also real shit, if y'all watched the movie Troy, wait, you said yes, Ellen Page. She was in Inception. I remember Inception. I gotta watch Inception again because like when I watched it the first time, I was like, man, this is some mind-boggling shit. So I need to watch it again. You know, like it was kind of like how Transcendence was. Oh shit. Sorry, I said it. It was kind of like how that movie was. You know, like I remember seeing it, but like I have vague memories of it. But the feeling I had, like at the end of it, it was a good movie. So I need to go back to Inception and do the same thing. And it had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio was in that movie. Did I say it right? It's Leonardo DiCaprio, motherfucker. I don't give a damn. I'm the king of the world. Everybody loved that movie so much. You know, she was a cheating bitch. That man was rich, gave her everything. He didn't even come off as a bad guy. They forced him to be a bad guy because she wanted to go cheat with a young dude. Let's set the tone for this cheating bitch right here. Don't nobody understand Titanic. You gonna make her husband a bad guy for no reason. Nigga gave you the goddamn word. Yeah, I know about it. I said it. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fight them. But yeah, man, that shit was fucked up. And Titanic was an inside hit job. Yes, I said it. Because the motherfuckers that didn't want to join that Federal Reserve shit or whatever the fuck they was about to pop off during that time, those motherfuckers got on motherfuckers got on that boat like, yes, we're the richest people in the world on the biggest boat in the world. Yes, yes, yes. But like days before, it's like, yo, dog, we need to do this Federal Reserve shit. It's like, we ain't about to do that. We about to hop on this ship, have a good time, and fuck a bitch on the motherfucking deck. Fuck this shit. You know you're gonna enslave the people if you do this, right? That's the whole point of it, man. We ain't on this shit. JP Morgan and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that run this shit now. I was like, hey, yo, we ain't going on that boat. As a matter of fact, sink that bitch and put an explosive on that motherfucker. And we're gonna make up a story that they hit an iceberg, y'all. We so evil. But I digress. I'll get into that story some other time. That might be an HHN special stories. But the real story was how this cheating bitch just go motherfucking leave her husband, and you wonder why the nigga went crazy. The nigga went crazy because, bitch, I gave you the world, and you gonna just leave me on a whip for some young nigga, bitch? You about to die, and this little nigga about to die. While we all about to die on this fucking boat. Talking about creating some drama out of no fucking where. I'm the king of the world. You're gonna be king of the fishes, bitch. You died at the end. Had a nice little fling and died. You gonna get in over your fucking head. Because I felt some type of way about that movie back in the day. This is why I'm mad about it now. Because I used to motherfucking like that movie. You know, I was a movie buff. I was, you know, like, it was like after Forrest Gump, it was like, I'm about to watch all movies and give shit a chance. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, like, it's, yo, there's some good movies with some good dialogue out there. And plus, I realized dialogue heavy movies, Jesus fucking Christ. If you don't got some wine or a blunt, or like you ain't, you gotta have wine, blunt, you gotta love history, you gotta love reading, you gotta really be open-minded to shit. Like, otherwise, people are not gonna sit down through a heavy movie on some real shit. Not even a suspense thriller. A suspense thriller pulls you in at the beginning. A dog-ass action scene that draws you in, and then you got to sit through the dialogue into the middle of the movie where you get another good action scene. Like, oh, thank God something happened. Jesus fucking Christ. And then that will lead you to the movie, and the final act gotta be the best act. It gotta be the doggiest scene ever. Because you motherfucker hit us with this fucking dialogue heavy shit. You better give us a good payoff. It was kind of like the movie Smile. Smile, oh my fucking God, the runtime was excruciating. But the payoff at the end was beautiful. seeing the creature, knowing the creature, and motherfucking knowing, oh my fucking God, knowing what it's capable of, the power, oh my fucking God. I was like, Smile ended perfectly. I didn't like the female that they chose, not good eye candy, but she's a decent actress. But let's get to it. Let's get to the news. We're gonna get to Star Trek.
Thing before recently. Across the continent, temperature records are being broken one after another. In Spain, roads are warping under the sun. In France, emergency services are overwhelmed as cities struggle to handle conditions that we would likely see at the height of summer.
Right, roads are
not
melting.
The beginning of it. Even regions known for mild climates are experiencing temperatures that scientists once considered extremely unlikely. It's a hard time for meteorologists who have to create explanations for this, and they're pointing toward a powerful atmospheric phenomenon known as an omega block.
What?
How many of you ever heard of that?
Omega. That means the end.
It's a massive...
Right. Omega block. Now, when they showed the picture of it, I'm like, okay, over here on this part of the world, across the pond, as y'all say, we have it, like it's called jet stream, you know, and something happened in 2011. I think it was a dog ass earthquake, and it was like 11 point something, and they said that massive earthquake knocked the world off its axis. Now, I call bullshit rather if the bitch is round or flat. I call bullshit. They use that dog ass earthquake as an excuse to modify our weather and fuck shit up. I remember growing up seeing our usual jet stream, and when the jet stream hit as low as Texas, where Texas can get fucking super fucking cold and get hit with snow, blizzards and shit, I'm like, oh yeah, y'all definitely modifying the weather. That jet stream dip was brutal. And the world being knocked off its axis by an earthquake, and we had many earthquakes over time. And plus another thing, how do somebody fucking know if the world has been knocked off its axis if y'all are not really there controlling or knowing the structure of this planet? Or maybe it's all just lies and propaganda just to motherfucking fuck with the weather. But Omega block is motherfucking crazy. And Omega symbol, you know, you know the Omega symbol. And plus we know what Omega means. It's the end. I'm the Alpha and Omega. Why would they call it Omega block? Out of all things to call it. Yeah, Super El Nino.
High pressure system that has settled over Europe like a lid, like trapping hot air beneath it and preventing cooler weather from moving on. Now combine that with unusually warm ocean temperatures and shifting.
And plus it made me think about Doctor Who. There's a, you know, from the old series, there's a man named Omega.
Other patterns across the globe, the result has been a heat wave of crazy intensity. These official explanations raise more questions than they answer.
What the Dominator?
Why are these extreme heat events appearing with increasing frequency? It seems that every year brings another record-breaking heat event. Every year. Not every once in a while. Every year. Because when we begin to look beyond the headlines, beyond the daily weather reports,
you'll fucking see that the government is doing this shit to kill people.
Can all see that something is building here. And we know this is not a Europe problem. It's a global problem. But there is something they're not telling you. Why? Because the truth could change the world forever.
The truth is, they're trying to kill you through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease. Now you can add weather to the list. Jesus freaking Christ. It ain't that motherfucking hard to use your common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills. Our governments are doing this with their military, with their technology. They're fucking up the atmosphere. They yet want you to believe in a God that think he controls the weather. God controls the weather. God, you're the only God knows. No, nigga, your government knows. Because your government is controlling this shit. The real truth is, man, this planet is a fucking prison. We are being fucked over on this fucking planet. Now they turning this bitch to a goddamn surprised don't nobody want to motherfucking kill God for letting all this shit happen. I'm like, damn, is I'm the only one that want to kill God? If he was real? I'll be in a pressure cooker. Crazy work. But I digress.
Talking about for years. For those of you who entertain global conspiracy theories, well, this would be the mother of them all, because it is apocalyptic among the forces of nature. Across North America,
I wouldn't call the weather dominator the mother of them all. The mother of them all is what everybody's thinking about right now. Reptilians. That's the mother of them all. Let us know that y'all the real aliens. It's like when Homer Simpson on The Simpsons went to the politicians and pulled the fucking mask off and they was aliens. Just pull the fucking mask off before we do it. Even the phone agrees. Before we do it. Y'all remember the motherfucking show V the Visitors? Motherfucker, that bitch motherfucker pulled this motherfucking thing out and she ripped that motherfucking face off. Nigga was a fucking reptilian. Get ready for the V the Visitors. And they think a motherfucker don't remember that show. I remember that show. I remember that fucking show. I think they probably wait till we die off because the people that can't read, write, or know arithmetic at a 6th grade level or below, they are the new motherfuckers that's going to be fucking brainwashed. They could come down aliens acting like they helping people, but they're really eating people. But they fucking doing it now. Y'all read the files? They eating people. They eating children. Murdering, killing, raping, and eating fucking children. And these are fucking people. So let's pull the mask off if there is a mask, because real shit, just looking at reality, it might not be a mask. Motherfuckers are just evil. Motherfuckers are just fucking evil. But good and evil is a state of mind. Even the phone agreed. Because you know why? These aliens could be trying to survive. But it will also lead back to the fucking human race selling us out to be eaten and kidnapped. Kidnapped and eaten, I mean. And experimented on. So it's the mother load. Fuck the weather dominator. Shit, the motherfucking weather dominator is probably at number 6. Because we got aliens. We got motherfucking DARPA with the alien tech. We got motherfucking shit. Okay, weather modification might be 3 or 4. You know, modification might be 3 or 4. But like number 1 is straight up aliens. We already know this. And I was just watching some shit. I got to get back to it. Motherfuckers asking like, why did God create empty planets? I'm like, how the fuck y'all know the planets are empty? Unless y'all been there. A planet is not empty at all. Because at the end of the day, if you look at the scientific process, we are all solid, liquid, and gas. And we have ice planets, gas planets, and whatever type of planet with crazy atmosphere. How you don't know if there's people down there living there? They may not be humanoids, but they are living organisms that's probably getting ready to create a humanoid or whatever. It's like, you know, like just because it's a gas planet and you think your ass can't motherfucking live on that planet doesn't mean someone else is already there. They could be gaseous beings on some Star Trek shit. Spatial anomalies that motherfucking attacked the Voyager and had those motherfuckers going crazy because they flew into an area and destroyed their shit. Didn't even know it. Took over the ship. At the end of the episode, Janeway was like, all right, bitch, we destroyed your home. You can stay on the ship. You can stay on the ship. And that was, man, that was a horror episode too. Don't forget plasma. Yeah. Officially, yup. Plasma officially the fourth state of yeah. So it's like, come on now. Talk about them planets are empty. Motherfucking planets is full of life, breathing with life. Because common sense, it ain't there for nothing. Simple. It's not there for nothing. I wouldn't be surprised if all these planets are miniature petri dishes for the gods or the architects or the analysts or the aliens. Let's get back to it though.
Enormous dome of heat has settled over much of the continent, stretching from the southern United States deep into Canada. Millions of people have been placed under heat advisories as temperatures rise into dangerous territory. From coast to coast, temperature records are being challenged. Energy grids are being pushed to their limits as millions rely on air conditioning to keep the heat. In some regions, roads are buckling, infrastructure is being strained, and concerns over drought and wildfire risk continue to grow. Now, even though scientists point to a combination of factors like atmospheric blocking patterns, unusually warm ocean temperatures, and larger climate trends that appear to be amplifying heat events across the continent, many researchers acknowledge that some aspects of these extreme weather patterns are still not fully understood, because this isn't just another hot summer. The same conditions are appearing across multiple continents at the same time. Europe is sweltering. Ocean temperatures are reaching extraordinary levels. Across Asia, large stretches of land have been subjected to prolonged and often dangerous heat. The Middle East, India, Pakistan, China, and Southeast Asia are all experiencing temperatures that have been repeatedly climbing to levels that are pushing both human endurance and infrastructure to their limits. In some locations, thermometers have exceeded 45 degrees Celsius, while ground temperatures in exposed areas have risen even higher. And North America has found itself directly in the path of one of the most widespread heat events in recent memory. The question is, why so many of these extreme events seem to be happening all at once? Because these thunderstorms are getting out of control as well. We are entering into an age of where people are going to start having a fear of incoming weather. Well, folks, let me add to this, because there is another phenomenon that has quietly been attracting attention in the skies above us, and that is this.
Oh, shit.
Fireball.
Why my shit always fucking buffing, man? This is bullshit.
The increase in reports of fireballs
in the sky.
So, I'm going to get right to the point and explain this the best way I can. What if the extreme heat, the strange atmospheric patterns, and the growing number of fireball sightings all share a common origin? According to the binary system hypothesis, our solar system is not an isolated system centered around a single star. Instead, it exists as part of a much larger celestial arrangement involving a distant companion object moving through the outer edges of the solar system. As this object draws nearer, which I believe they have always known about since at least the Second World War, its cosmic influence begins to ripple outward like waves across a pond. You see? The first effects would be felt at the very edge of the solar system, where reservoirs of comets, asteroids, and icy bodies orbit in deep space.
Oh, yes. Our weather is fucked up over here. And what's crazy is about the weather over here in my state, we have the craziest weather anomalies ever recorded. It's just like, yo, and everybody in my city, in my state, is just like blowing it off. Like, you know how Michigan is. That's just Michigan. Like, no one is finding this odd. No one is finding this odd at all. I should not be hearing birds singing 3 a.m. Y'all know when birds start singing. Birds start singing right before the crack of dawn and the sun come up. You know what I mean? You know the birds are singing. Birds ain't supposed to be singing 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. So, that's just my observation. The second observation is, during these weather anomalies, there is strange cloud colors. Like sometimes the cloud is fucking green. Like it's like some alien shit. It's like before every storm, it's like there's a crazy ass color palette change. It's either green, sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's like a bright ass red and orange. No one talks about the strange streaks of light that was all over the fucking sky. I try to cover all that shit. And like the weather patterns, it made a whole bunch of boats disappear. Back in the day, I got the maps. I hope I still got the maps. But like they throw it off with lake effect and shit, you know, like it's crazy. But it really picked up after that last earthquake in like 2011. And it fucked some shit up. I think it fucked Japan up, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a tsunami that went on too. It was wild because, you know, the earthquake would cause a tsunami and shit. So, oh my God, that shit was fucking wild. Asteroid space meteor or meteoroid, when it's in the atmosphere, meteorite, once it hits the ground, a fireball is a meteor that is brighter than Venus.
A disturbance in those regions would send increasing amounts of debris toward the inner planets. And we would see interstellar objects being knocked off course into our solar system, just like Oumuamua, Borisov, and 3I Atlas, right? The other objects floating around within our solar system would be affected, and from Earth, this would appear as more fireballs, more meteor activity, and more unusual objects entering our atmosphere. Now, as this companion object or mini constellation of objects moves closer, its influence would affect the balance that governs planetary motion, solar activity, and the interactions between Earth's atmosphere and its magnetic environment. The result would not necessarily be a single catastrophic event. Instead, the changes would emerge as a pattern. Okay? Now, if a massive companion object were moving through the outer regions of the solar system, the first place its influence would be felt would not be Earth. It would be the sun. It would influence the movement of plasma, magnetic fields, and the cycles that drive solar activity. Thus, we would get these strange occurrences where we would see northern lights much further south than where we should. Now, this increased solar activity means more energy entering Earth's atmosphere, more charged particles interacting with Earth's magnetic field. The upper atmosphere becomes more energized. Weather systems become affected because of changes in atmospheric circulation, cloud formation, and the transfer of energy through the climate system. Not to mention all the charged particles entering the Earth at the poles, causing a buildup of pressure inside the Earth, causing more volcanic eruptions and more earthquakes. This would explain why changes appear to be occurring on a planetary scale and not confined to one region. Europe experiences record heat, North America experiences record heat, Asia experiences record heat, ocean temperatures rise, atmospheric patterns become more persistent, and the common denominator is the sun. So we have temperatures rising across multiple continents simultaneously. Heat domes are becoming larger and more active. Omega blocks linger for weeks instead of days. Ocean temperatures climb. Weather systems
say heat domes. Don't nobody motherfucking find that odd? Heat domes. Omega blocks. It's like they call it New World Order for a reason. If everybody doing it at the same time, what's the possibility? Isn't it possible that the governments around the world can make a phone call and say, turn up the heat? Isn't it possible? Advocate. Like, isn't it possible? Because y'all all can agree on some Antarctic treaty. Think I can't motherfucking agree on turning up the heat? Let's destroy some roads and buildings and kill some people. But really, mostly, you know what I think it is, since I'm a revolutionary? I think they're doing this because the the world is outraged by the digital ID, age verification, all the immigrants, all the bullshit going on with our governments, our parliaments, and this would keep people in the house. No more civil unrest if you turn up the heat. You know? So that's my theory on why they're doing it. That's my theory on why they're doing it. But we're about to get to the Star Trek in a minute.
Long-standing heat records begin to get broken one after another. What appears to be a collection of unrelated events may actually be symptoms of a larger process unfolding throughout the entire solar system. The record-breaking heat across Europe, North America, and Asia, this is one of the signs. The fireballs are another. The unusual atmospheric behavior is another. Governments around the world making decisions and putting things in place that we don't understand is another sign of this. Do you see? The climate change talk, the pandemic, the wars, the UFO talk, all of it, especially the collection and hoarding of wealth. It's all a sign. The binary system hypothesis is the perfect scenario to explain why these governments have been doing what they're doing for many years now. The chemtrails, all of it. Outside an act of God, the binary system is the only thing that could bring all of these happenings together as one large event over time. A change that began in deep space long before humanity ever noticed it. And if that interpretation is correct, then what we are witnessing today may really just be a part of something many people still know nothing about. Because the most important question is not what is happening on Earth. The most important question is what is approaching from beyond it.
Thanks, Vontae.
Anyway, that's going to be all for now, folks.
Yep, that's going to be all now for now, folks. Now it's time to get to the Star Trek. Isn't it possible that the governments around the world is working together with their own weather dominator? Isn't it possible? Isn't it, advocate? But yeah, baby, I typed in STE and this motherfucking name popped up immediately. I'm like, damn, how you know I was about to go to Stephen? You see Google and YouTube watching. I already said, baby. I'm talking about as soon as I typed it in on my other phone, I'm talking about I put STE and it just went out the rest of the way. I'm like, how you know I'm looking for Stephen motherfucking Burns? How you know I wasn't trying to type in Stephen Wolf or Stephen Dorff? You know, motherfucker already knew. They watching this shit. They watching us. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Fuck Google. I typed in STE and the shit said, you want a Stephen Burns? STE. How you know I wasn't looking for motherfucking Steve Urkel? But immediately I was talking about at the top of the list. White guy smiling like, hey, bitch, I'm Stephen Burns, the guy you was looking for. 742K subs. Yep. But shouts out to you, Vontae. Thank you. You already know what it is. Oh, and he talked about what I talked about before. Because we got a fault line that can motherfucking knock our shit in half. Oh, yeah. Thank you, baby. That might be good for some HHN. That might be good for some HHN. That might be some good for some HHN. Vontae. Thank you, baby. What you gonna do? Do for love. All right, let's get it. Time.
Has mingled frequently with sci-fi throughout the history of literature, film, and television. I can think of several examples of said dabbling, and we're going to talk about a few of those in this video, because while some of the episodes Star Trek has produced within this particular genre have been memorable, I can't help but ask
They ain't even let me put the F in. I put S-T-E and it automatically was like, Stephen Burns? Yes, goes deep into planets and influence too. Oh, yes, I'm going to love this. Thank you, my goddess. Thank you. Thank you. But he didn't even let me get the whole fucking shit in. I put S-T-E.
Question, is Star Trek actually any good at horror?
Yes.
So horror is the genre I was talking about. I was being cute about it to get to the bit where I say the title, but I don't want there to be any confusion going forward. We're talking about horror-themed Star Trek episodes. The original series produced several episodes with characters, plots, and various tropes borrowed from the horror genre. The very first episode ever broadcast, The Man Trap, has the crew being stalked by a shape-shifting alien that murders people for their body's salt content. But the episode of TOS that is probably most remembered as being a horror episode is from season 2, and it's titled Cat's Paw. The Enterprise is in orbit above the planet Pyrus 7, and Captain Kirk is on edge because the landing party he sent down, consisting of Scotty, Sulu, and some redshirt nobody, hasn't checked in for a while. Finally, they get a message from the surface. Redshirt nobody here, want to beam up. So they beam him up, and Kirk meets him in the train.
That's a good one, Walter. He can fit 4 Earths right now. Oh, yeah. With the space puns and the space jokes. Baby, I know. Get your relax and chill on, baby. I hope you cool. I hope you stay hydrated. And to keep you cool, wet a towel and just like put it around your neck. You know what I'm saying? You need to keep you real cool. Keep you real cool all day. You know, just keep the towel around your neck. You know, you're good. You know. And just stay hydrated, baby. Because they're trying to fucking put us in a pressure cooker.
Porter room because he wants to ask him, hey, what happened to Scotty and Sulu? But when Redshirt nobody materializes on the transporter pad, he just falls over dead. Kirk's like, great, he'll never answer my question now. But another voice speaks from the dead shirt's mouth and says, Captain Kirk, your ship is cursed. Leave at once or you will all die. Kirk decides the best way to handle this is to beam himself and the other 2 most important officers on the ship down to the planet to see what's going on. So Kirk, Spock, and McCoy beam down, and pretty soon they run into some witches. And the witches are like, didn't you hear what the dead guy said? You're cursed. Get out of here. Only they speak in rhyme, so it's more like, roses are red and sometimes are yellow. Remember the curse or you'll be dead, fellow.
Really?
The witches disappear and Spock's like, that was weird. Anyway, I'm reading life forms up ahead. So they push through a strong gust of wind and walk on until they come to a spooky castle. Spock confirms that the life forms he detected are somewhere in the structure, so they make their way inside. This episode originally aired 3 days before Halloween, by the way. It's the closest Star Trek has ever come to an outright holiday special. None of the shows ever did like this episode or Thanksgiving or anything like that. And I think that's a shame. Sure, it's cheesy, but
no, I'm glad they fucking didn't do no fucking Star Trek Christmas special. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't do that because it takes the whole vibe out of Star Trek. It's like, mind you, these people are in like the future now. But if a person on the ship goes to a holodeck and they try to go in and see the holodeck and they walk in and be like, oh, shit, what's this? Oh yeah, this is 21st century, they used to celebrate this back in the day, and my ancestors used to do this, so I'm just experiencing what they used to experience. Okay, cool. We got some shit in the transporter room. Let's go. You feel me? Y'all can do that. Do that. Give it briefly, talk about it, get the fuck on back to the problem at hand. We are in space, bitch. And we are centuries ahead of this time. But you can do that because Cisco goes play baseball. So it's like, yo, we can go back in time and fuck with the shit from the 21st century, but to make it a whole thing, no. And for the costume shit for Halloween, no. The only thing we do for people wearing costumes is like, for example, it could be a party. It could be like a Trek theme party, and y'all wear costumes from the original members from old Starfleet, and some shit go down while y'all got the old Starfleet uniforms on, and y'all got to take care of business because y'all don't have time to change clothes. So that the whole episode is everybody in the old shit. So it give an old vibe. I know how to make an episode. Jesus. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
Has Star Trek ever been bothered about that? You're producing an episode that's going to air around a particular holiday, so you evoke things related to that holiday. It's nice for the folks watching, you know?
No.
In fact, Cat's Paw was the first episode produced.
That's the only thing I disagree with this guy on. We don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. No.
For Star Trek's second season, but it wasn't aired until late October because of its Halloween-themed content. And that just makes sense, right? Can you imagine making a horror-themed episode and not releasing it to coincide with Halloween? I mean, I'm sure it's been done, but Jesus, can you imagine being that oblivious? Anyway, they walk into this castle and there's a black cat and the cat's like, fuck you, and runs away. And Kirk shrugs it off. And why not? It's just a cat acting like a cat. And they keep exploring. They walk around some more, they run into the cat again, and the cat's like, I said fuck you, and the three of them fall through a trapdoor again. Typical cat behavior. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy are chained to the wall of a dungeon. Scotty and Sulu come walking in like a couple of zombies, the old-fashioned mind-controlled kind, not the brain-eating kind. Unshackle Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, and start to walk them toward the door. There's a bit of a scrap as they fight over the phaser Scotty is holding, but then, suddenly, they're all transported to another part of the castle. And there's this dude, Korob, who's like, hey, knock it off. They argue for a bit about what each of them is doing on this planet. While they argue, the cat keeps meowing at Korob, and Korob keeps replying, like he understands what the cat is saying. Typical cat owner behavior, but Kirk, Spock, and McCoy think it's weird. Korob's like, I've been a bad host. Here, have some food. And he magics the table full of food. Kirk's like, we're not hungry. So Korob says, fine, then maybe you'd like precious jewels. And he magics them a bunch of gemstones. Kirk's like, it's the future, son. We have a gemstone making machine on our ship. We've got closets full of this crap. It's worthless to us. So Korob says, hey, congratulations. You passed the test. McCoy's like, what test? Like a blood test? A pregnancy test? A cerebrospinal fluid test? Because I'll tell you right now, if you try a lumbar puncture on me with that magic wand, you're going to have a fight on your hands. Korob's like, no, these were all tests of character, see? Your determination to rescue your crewmates shows loyalty. Your refusal to be frightened away shows bravery. Your rejection of the food and the jewels shows you can't be bribed. Yeah, you seem like good people. Good, helpful, cooperative people. That's you all over. The cat walks out of the room, then walks back in, only now she's a lady. And she's like, hey, in case you were wondering, controlling your minds is super easy. No. And Kirk is like, thanks, and grabs Scotty's phaser. And then we learn that Cat Sylvia is fucking hardcore. She produces a Christmas tree ornament of the Enterprise and holds it over a candle flame. Then she gives Kirk his communicator and says, call your ship, see what's up. Kirk calls the Enterprise and talks to Lieutenant DeSalle, who is in command because, God forbid, they put Uhura in charge of the damn thing. And DeSalle is like, hey, it's getting really hot up here. Kirk says, reroute power to the AC, but that doesn't work. So Kirk's like, give me that. Snatches the Enterprise ornament away from Sylvia. That does the and things aboard the ship cool back down to normal. Korob's like, well, you've seen what we can do. Now tell us what you can do.
That bitch was a god. She was crazy. I don't remember that episode, but I haven't watched many old Star Trek. But like whenever I walk past to see some old Star Trek, I sat there and I watched it, and whatever episode I saw, it was pretty cool. But I don't remember seeing this one. That would have been awesome.
Kirk's like, no. Sylvia says, we could just take the information, but they'll hurt, and it'll be a lot of work. So can you just tell us? Kirk's like, no. So they send Kirk and Spock back to the dungeon while they have a chat with McCoy. Spock's like, I think I know what's going on here. Korob and Sylvia are creating all these things from the universal myths of humanity. Ghosts, witches, haunted castles. They're all drawn from the human subconscious. Kirk's like, yeah, maybe they were trying to tap our conscious minds, but they missed and hit the subconscious instead. Spock's like, works for me. Sulu and Scotty return with McCoy, who has been zombified. Sulu unchains Kirk and takes him upstairs. They walk in on Korob and Sylvia having a fight, and pretty soon after Kirk gets there, Korob leaves, taking the zombies with him. Sylvia's like, look, I come from a world without sensation, but now I'm a woman, and I am all about it. So I want to join my mind with yours so we can share everything and know each other's secrets, because I think I would be hugely into that. They start making out. Kirk's like, so tell me about your people. And Sylvia's like, oh, we look way different, but we can take different forms thanks to the transmuter. Kirk's like, Transmuter, eh? Tell me more. But Sylvia catches on and pulls away from his embrace, and she's like, you just want me to tell you things about us? You were using me. Kirk's like, might as well be mad at a frog for catching flies, baby. It's just what I do. Kirk gets sent back to the dungeon, but Korob runs in and lets Kirk and Spock go. He tells them they have a chance to escape while Sylvia is distracted with trying to destroy everything. Kirk's like, I don't know that. But Korob says that Sylvia's in charge and she's acting irrationally and can no longer be controlled. Uncontrollable, irrational, actually the one in charge of everything. Check, check, check. Yeah, sorry, she just sounds like a cat. Korob, Kirk, and Spock make a run for it. Sylvia transforms into a giant cat. Chases after them. They wind up back in the dungeon.
Fuck the bullshit. That's a little fucking creepy. That is some horror shit. The bitch turned into a giant cat, and the way the shadow lighting of it is. Yeah. I would have been creeped out too if I would have saw this shit.
Where Korob gets crushed to death when Sylvia breaks down the door. Kirk grabs Korob's magic wand, which is the transmuter, and he and Spock escape by jumping up through the trap door. Sylvia, in human form once again, shows up and magics herself and Kirk into the other room. And she's like, give me the magic wand. Kirk's like, which magic wand? This one? And he smashes it. There's a flash of light, and when it clears, the castle is gone, and everyone is back to normal. McCoy's like, what's going on? Kirk's like, that'll take some explaining. Hey, check that out. And on the ground in front of them are Korob and Sylvia in their true forms. And it turns out they're little fuzzy bugs with squid faces. Spock says something about taking them back to the Enterprise to study them, but the little fuzzy bugs turn to smoke, and Spock's like, never mind. And that's the end of the Star Trek Halloween special. It's a fun show.
What up, dog?
Lots of horror movie stuff, but it's all pretty corny. Even the characters aren't that impressed with it, which is part of the point of the episode. Korob goes, check out my spooky castle. And Kirk's just like, whatever. Cat's Paw is horror-themed, but it's not really trying to scare us. For an episode that aims for a less tongue-in-cheek, more straightforward form of horror, we need to jump to the next generation. There are several TNG episodes that could qualify as belonging to the horror genre, including Season 7's Genesis, where Picard and Data leave for a few days to chase down a rogue photon torpedo and return to find that the crew has de-evolved more primitive animalistic life forms, except Riker, who's strangely unaffected.
Riker was affected. He looked like a caveman. But Worf turned into a fucking monster trying to kill every fucking body. Now that is scary. Yeah, I should have had the thumbnail of Captain Picard's face. Oh my God. But I like the thumbnail that I got because that was scary as fuck. Those motherfuckers was being experimented on and didn't even know it. That shit was scary as shit. Riker got pulled through a fucking portal and shit on some poltergeist shit. But it was Picard's face. It was like every time he was scared. I'm sorry, he looked genuinely scared. Like, yo, Picard, you a good fucking actor, Patrick Stewart, because that motherfucker really looked scared. Seeing Picard's face.
Good episode, but a fun one, and lots of spooky shots of darkened Enterprise corridors. But the episode I'm going to focus on next comes from TNG's 6th season, Schisms. The episode bold enough to portray the existential nightmare that ensues when you miss out on a good night's sleep. The first one afflicted is Commander Riker, who shows up late for a briefing in engineering and is like, so what are we doing, mapping a star cluster or something? And Geordi and Data talk about some of the science stuff they want to do. Then Data says, don't forget about my poetry reading today. And Riker's like, God, I am so looking forward to that. Yes, just try and stop me from attending your poetry reading. Fuck, let's go. Cut to Data's poetry reading, and I guess everybody must be cranky due to sleep deprivation because they're all sitting there bored and impatient despite the fact that Data's poems are objectively amazing. Seriously. I know the joke is meant to be, oh, Data's a robot, he doesn't understand emotions, so his poems are technically perfect but lack soul. Geordi basically says that to him in a later scene, but you know what? Fuck you, Geordi. Data's poems are good. And if the one about his cat doesn't evoke an emotional response, maybe you're the one who doesn't have a soul. Ever think about that? And though you are not sentient, Spot, and do not comprehend, I nonetheless consider you a true and valued friend. It's fucking art, man. Anyway, Riker falls asleep during the poetry reading. He goes to sickbay afterward, like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I fall asleep okay. I think I'm sleeping through the night, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm always tired. Dr. Crusher prescribes warm milk. Riker is skeptical, but Crusher tells him, hey, it's a natural sedative. That's all you need. I mean, it's not like you're losing sleep because you're being abducted to a pocket dimension by aliens from another universe. That is what it is, though. Riker's sleep disorder persists, and other members of the crew start reporting weird symptoms. Geordi gets an infection around his visor implants. Data discovers he has missing time. Plus, they're having irrational and seemingly unprovoked fear responses to mundane objects on the ship. Worf gets uncomfortable around a pair of scissors. Riker feels weirded out when he sits down at one of the forward consoles on the bridge. So Troy, in a rare instance of her having a part to play in the episode that actually relates to the thing which is theoretically her job on the ship, gathers a few of the crew members who have had these experiences together and gets them to talk about it. They all seem to be vaguely half-remembering the same experience. They go to the holodeck to see if they can visualize what they're all talking about.
And this where the shit gets scary. When I saw the fucking seat on the motherfucking table or the motherfucking shit that they was laying on, I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers have been fucking abducted. I'm like, how? That was the only question. I'm like, how did an alien pull this shit off without them knowing? That's the scary part. That's the scary part. How did they do it?
Throwing in suggestions, a representation of this spooky place they all feel like they've been. A dark room with a metal table, with a restraining brace and a swinging arm with a scissor-like tool attached to the end of it. And coming from somewhere in the darkness, noises. Clicking noises. And Riker's last words were, "What's that clicking noise?" Henry Cho? Oh, anyone?
The clicks.
Moving on. Out that crew members are being abducted somehow by someone and taken somewhere when they check the internal sensors and find two people missing, Lieutenant Hagler and Ensign Rager. Hagler is eventually returned, reappearing in his quarters with his blood replaced by polymer, which does not seem fun for him. Senior staff has a meeting and works like...
just knowing that right there, your blood was replaced with polymer? That's like your blood being replaced with Gatorade or some shit. Yes, you're going to come back dead. Nigga, this something nigga battle. All right, nigga, how the Gatorade do? Nigga just passed the fuck out dead. All right, well, try the polymer. Replace this whole fucking blood. How the fuck you do that shit?
We should build a homing device and slap it on someone, so when they're abducted, we can trace them back to wherever they're being taken. Riker volunteers to wear the homing device, and Deanna's like, "That's brave of you," but Riker's like, "Not really, they keep taking me anyway, so..."
Right, it ain't brave at all, they keep taking me anyway. It's like, it's just something about me. They love me. I'm like, this is not a good thing, Riker. I don't give a fuck, I'm doing it. So they put the tracker on Riker. You find out what the fuck happened? I'm like, oh yeah, that's some poltergeist shit. This is some scary shit.
As well wear an ankle bracelet when they do. It won't be an ankle bracelet. It'll be one of those gimmicks we stick on your arm. Whatever, god damn it. Crusher gives Riker a stimulant to keep him awake after the aliens abduct him, and sure enough, that night, a portal opens in his quarters and he gets poltergeisted into another dimension. Riker winds up on a table like the one they made on the holodeck, and sure enough, there are some scary aliens here, dressed in hooded robes and just clicking away. Ensign Rager is here too, so Riker picks a spot, then jumps up, zaps one of the aliens with a phaser, and picks up Rager. Meanwhile, back on the Enterprise, Geordi's trying to close the subspace rupture that has been linking the aliens universe with the Enterprise. It's almost completely closed when Riker and Rager jump back through. Later, Geordi explains that the aliens had a molecular structure so exotic that they couldn't exist in our universe, which is why they had to create a little pocket of our universe in their laboratory so they could study the people they abducted. Data says maybe...
Just thinking that, creating a pocket of our universe in their reality. That's shit. That's creating a pocket universe. I could probably say almost at the level of Q. You know, almost. Like that. Just knowing that alone, you got pulled in a pocket dimension that they had to create to sustain your ass, to send you back. That shit is a motherfucker. That's a motherfucker. That's like, it's like aliens with godlike technology. They're not gods themselves, but their technology could be godlike. You're opening the fabric of space and time. And don't get me started on how they managed to even pull a piece of our dimension to theirs. That's a whole nother conversation. We ain't even, it's like it's mind-boggling, but I love it because we can explore this. But anyway, let's get back to it.
You're just curious. And Riker's like, curious? Lieutenant Hagler is dead. They turned his blood to polymer, and now he's dead.
Right, right. That's not curious. That's fucking kidnapping and murder. But like they said, like their realm is so exotic, you know, it's like instead of, they could have did this. They could have opened up a space rupture, pull like whatever piece, grab somebody, yes, I know, kidnapping, and then talk to him for a quick second. Like, look, we're from another dimension. We see yours. We like how it is. Can we grab pieces from areas that don't have any human involvement so we can just experience your world or your universe or whatever? They could have just talked, but no, you want to motherfucking kidnap, experiment, and murder people. They could have motherfucker kidnapped the motherfucker, sunk the nigga back with a fucking bomb and blew up the whole fucking ship under everybody's nose. Everybody could have fucking died. These motherfuckers could have been that diabolical.
Life. He mattered. What was his first name? The fuck am I supposed to know that? Schisms is often remembered as one of the best episodes of TNG.
But Schisms was a good
episode.
Really
not, but it definitely has its moments, especially when we're specifically looking at it from the horror angle.
Yeah.
The idea of being taken in your sleep to some strange place, being subjected to experiments, retaining no...
pulled through a pocket dimension poltergeist style. On some poltergeist shit. Like, oh, shit.
Clear memory of it, but being reminded of it in ways that bring it out somewhat while leaving it mostly out of reach in the dark. That's a scary idea.
Yep.
The scene with all of them on the holodeck, piecing their experience together from feelings and fragments of memory is pretty effective. And I'm impressed that the writers found a way to pull off an alien abduction story on a series where the characters live on a spaceship and meet aliens all the time. Nicely done.
Yes, that is perfect. You pulled off an alien abduction on a spaceship where we're surrounded by aliens. That is fucking awesome. To do that.
Serving the rest of the franchise, we find other standout horror episodes like Deep Space Nine's Empok Nor, which sees several of our heroes embarking on a mission to scavenge an abandoned Cardassian space station. Once on board, Garrick is exposed to an experimental drug that turns him into a serial killer. There's a lot of cat and mouse through darkened corridors, and it's fun to see.
Garrick becomes a fucking serial killer. And don't get me started on oh my fucking God. You know, like it wasn't a horror episode, but like the way he tortured Odo, it felt like a horror episode. It was a horror moment. But Garrick was a fucking serial killer. Not to mention his background with the Obsidian Order. Like, this motherfucker's a killer. A killer.
Drew Robinson back in Scorpio mode for one episode, reminding us that for as morally complex a character as he is, if push comes to shove, Garrick will straight up kill a dude.
Yep.
Yes, he'll kill a motherfucker. Beverly knocking over that fucking wine glass every time. Yeah. Shut up, Wesley. I'm in here with your mother, Beverly. Captain? Yes, Wesley. You've been here with my mom like every night. Like, oh, are you gonna be my new dad now? No, Wesley. I'm a captain. But I love fucking your mother. Now get out of here. Make it so. Come here, Beverly. Feels good to be captain. Shut up, Wesley. I didn't say anything. I know. Make it so.
Or a bunch of dudes even, and enjoy himself thoroughly while doing it.
Obsidian
Enterprise
Order,
has a
bitch.
few episodes that fit the scope of our examination. My personal favorite is Impulse from the show's third season. Basically a zombie movie with Vulcans as the zombies. And this time, I do mean zombie in the modern sense.
Salute everybody.
Not literally. The Vulcan zombies in Impulse aren't undead flesh eaters, but they are violent, murder-happy characters. And I'm saying that's close enough. Speaking of which, the more horror movie-ish sequences of the film Star Trek First Contact also bring zombies to mind. Lily even refers to the Borg as cybernetic zombies at one point, and she's pretty spot on. They lurch around, they're slow, but they'll get you with their overwhelming numbers, and if they bite you, you become one of them. That's a zombie, buddy. Star Trek Discovery has dipped its toe into horror a time or two. The third episode of the first season, Context is for Kings, sees the crew exploring an abandoned ship and being pursued by a monstrous creature that turns out to be a giant tardigrade. Oh, sure, they're cute when they're microscopic, but what are you going to do when it grows up, huh? There's also a strong dose of body horror in the second.
I was like, damn, like when I saw the picture of what was chasing those motherfuckers in Discovery, like I never watched Discovery, but like when I saw the fucking clip, I was like, ooh, now that's a little fucking scary. I would not want to be chased by that. I would not want to be chased by that. That's some motherfucking Jurassic Park, sci-fi Jurassic Park, Dino Crisis, Turok 1 and 2, mixed with Dino Crisis, mixed with Jurassic Park, mixed with Jason X. We're fucking dead. Bitch looked like a giant ass man. Everybody should have died.
In season episode Through the Valley of Shadows, when Captain Pike touches a time crystal and confronts his destiny of being scarred and confined to a beep chair. That same episode also has a plot where Burnham and Spock investigate an apparently abandoned Section 31 ship that is actually under the control of the evil artificial intelligence known as Control, which gives off some pretty heavy alien vibes. So yeah, good horror episode. And there are others from across the franchise I haven't mentioned. Feel free to share your favorite in the comments, but there's one more episode that I can't overlook, an episode that belongs near the top of any list of the best horror-themed episodes of Star Trek. It's an episode of Star Trek Voyager, which, as I have said many times, is my least favorite Trek series, although this current season of Star Trek Picard is really giving it a run for its money. But this is an episode of Voyager I happen to like very much. In fact, I think it might be the best episode of Star Trek Voyager. It's from the second season, and it's called The Thaw. Neelix guides Voyager to a planet that used to be a trading post, but is just now recovering from an environmental cataclysm caused by a solar flare that altered its climate about 20 years ago. A scan of the surface reveals a handful of survivors in hibernation pods located deep underground. An automated message indicates the hibernation cycle was supposed to have ended 4 years ago, but they're still asleep.
Damn.
Well, 3 of them are. The other 2 are dead. Janeway beams the hibernation pods aboard Voyager to see if they can figure out what went wrong, why these people didn't wake up on schedule. After examining the pods, Harry figures out that the brains of the hibernators have all been connected by the computer that controls the pods, creating an artificial environment like a shared dream to keep their minds active while they sleep. But the system wasn't set to automatically wake them up. Instead...
But this was a good fucking episode, though. I'm not gonna lie. That fucking clown scared
was
the fuck
designed
out
to
of me.
feed them information about the outside world so they would know when it was safe to leave the station. They have the power to wake themselves up at any time. They just haven't. Tom suggests that maybe they just like it in the simulation and don't want to leave. But the doctor doesn't think that's it, since the 2 hibernators who died...
And the doctor is the highlight of this episode. That motherfucker, you know, that motherfucker got bullocks like a motherfucker. Pause. I'm talking like face to face with the entity of fear. Bad motherfucker. He's like, bitch, I can't read you. You ain't sure fucking can't, bitch. I'm a fucking hologram, ho. And we gonna talk.
Seem to have died from fear-induced heart attacks.
Baby, that
Chakotay
episode
suggests
great.
waking them up, but Harry's reluctant to do that since he has no idea how pulling them out of the simulation so abruptly would affect them. So Tuvok suggests using the 2 pods that had been occupied by the dead hibernators to enter the simulation and see what's going on.
Yeah, and shouts out to Tuvok. It was like, yo, we might have to go in there then. In any covert battle, logic is a potent weapon. I'm like, shouts out to Tuvok. In any covert battle, logic is a potent weapon. That's what's up.
Janeway says, great idea, Tuvok. Thanks for volunteering. But Tuvok's like, yeah, no, not it. Send in Harry and B'Elanna. They're the ones who know the most about this sciencey stuff. So
yep. In any covert battle, logic is a potent weapon. Bitch, I'm not going. I don't know shit about this, but they do. Bye, bitch. I was like, shout out to Tuvok.
And Harry and B'Elanna into the simulation, which seems like
But he didn't have to do Harry like that. I was tired, man. That was bullshit. I'm tired of be doing Harry in that show. Like on some real shit. And B'Elanna, shouts out to her. I think she's a half Klingon. Thank you, phone. Bling.
Place, I guess. Colorful. There are a bunch of Cirque du Soleil people around, but none of them
live long and stay naughty.
Are the hibernators, so Harry figures they're computer-generated characters, part of the fantasy. The guy in charge seems to be this clown, who is about to allow Harry to be guillotined when the three hibernators run in, led by Viorsa, who's like, hey, if you kill these guys, their people will definitely shut this whole thing down, so maybe don't. The clown agrees not to kill Harry and B'Elanna, but he also refuses to allow them to leave. Yep. See, the artificial environment is generated by the computer, but in order to work, it needs to interact with the living brains of the people in hibernation. If the people leave, the simulation ends, and the clown dies. However, Harry appeals to the clown to let one of them leave the system in order to inform Captain Janeway of the situation. Otherwise, Janeway could decide to just turn everything off. While the clown thinks it over, Harry and B'Elanna chat up the three surviving hibernators, who give them the skinny. The clown is the manifestation of fear, created by the computer system from the anxiety felt by the hibernators about their own survival. He basically runs the entire simulation now and is responsible for killing the two dead.
They fear together of the anxiety of going into the hibernation shit. Created that motherfucking being. Now that's crazy. That's a manifestation of thoughts. So everybody should have had their mind right. Like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. Hell yeah, let's do this shit. Close the pie, motherfucker. You going in, baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have had a good mood, but motherfuckers be nervous. And the apprehension, and the shit turns into fear, and then it's a wrap.
Hibernators. He cut their heads off in the guillotine, generating strong enough fear response that they had fatal heart attacks. Also, he can read their thoughts.
Which goes back to the Matrix. If you do simulation, you die for real because your emotions, like, oh my God, I'm about to die. And everything corresponds together, mind, body, and spirit, nervous system. It's over. It's over. The fucking genuine fear response, fear of death. That's the hump that most people need to get over. And this is why we can't have a revolution, because everybody afraid. They're afraid to die. They're afraid of jail. And they're afraid of going to hell. Fear. And shouts out to my daughter for putting me up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Your emotions manifest the entities. And when it's a strong enough emotion, when it gets strong enough, when it's fed, it'll officially manifest and fucking kill you. So it's up to the jujitsu sorcerers to fight these entities that people should be getting over. This is why it was very important to do the inner work and shadow work. And what's real crazy is thinking about the space program, you got to go into a coma and go through the space station shit. It was on some Project Hail Mary shit. Well, I mean, like, not like the plot, but like what they did with the with the hibernation pods. But but the star character Ryan Gosling woke up, but the other two people was dead. Now that process could have just been like they fucking brain shut off. Or like the body couldn't function like properly. It was something about the body. And then I found out that like there's a book about this shit. There was a book about this movie. And when it comes to that situation about the people in the pods, it was something about like a person's blood or some shit. Like you had to have the perfect blood. Like it was a lot of differences like from the book and the movie. So I'm like, holy shit. That's why this movie was motherfucking good. Based off a book. Oh, Cryo sleep. Yeah, and it's like people doing this cryo sleep shit haven't fully studied it properly or mastered it or even talk to an alien to be like, hey, yo, this is how you do cryo sleep. You're missing calculations. Your person is not going to wake up. They're going to die within 60 days. Holy shit. Thanks, alien. You're welcome. Okay, now can I get some humans to eat? Allegedly.
Because their brains are plugged into the computer. So that's nice. The clown lets Balana leave. Once she's gone, he has some fun with Harry.
But that cryo sleep where your brains is stuck in a computer and it puts you in a simulation, they created the fucking Matrix. And I forgot when this episode came out. I'm trying to go with the year. I know the first Matrix came out in 99. If this shit came out before no, wait a minute. This is Voyager we're talking about. But like at the same time, it was around this time that the Matrix came out. So yeah, I'm gonna put this around the same time.
Concocting torments based on Harry's deeply felt fears and insecurities, growing old, being perceived by his more experienced crewmates as a baby. This one time he wandered off in a hospital and saw some pretty messed up shit. Before that one can go too far, the doctor appears. He informs the clown that he's been sent into the simulation as a representative of Captain Janeway to negotiate for the release of Harry and the others. The clown isn't nuts about not being able to read the doctor's thoughts, but he listens to the offer. Release all the hostages, and they'll modify the system to run a simulated brain. That way, the flesh and blood people can all be free, and the clown and the rest of his computer-generated people can continue to exist too. No way, says the clown. I don't know no simulated brain. Sounds to me like it wouldn't even work. Tell him, Viorsa. And Viorsa's like, oh, I don't know. It might work if you recalibrate the optronic pathways. Wink, wink. Know what I mean? Recalibrate the optronic pathways. Wink, wink. So the doctor leaves the simulation and talks it over with Janeway and Balana. It turns out recalibrating the optronic pathways was some kind of secret message from Viorsa, telling them how to disable the program. Balana figures out that by disabling the system's optronic pathways, she can basically turn off the virtual environment one element at a time. And once it's all gone, the hibernators can be revived without having to worry about the clown killing them before they wake up or injuring them by pulling them out too fast. The doctor heads back in to distract the clown while Balana does her thing, but the clown catches on and kills Viorsa because the whole thing was his idea. Janeway aborts the procedure, but now she's done fucking around. The doctor returns to the simulation.
Oh yeah, Janeway is done. When Janeway get pissed, she gets pissed. When she was like, I don't respond well to threats. I was like, oh shit. Let me buckle up my seatbelt. She just said some gangster shit. She's like, I don't respond well to threats. Like, it was like the way she said it. Like, oh, this bitch, really? You don't know who the fuck I am? Captain fucking Janeway.
One last time with an ultimatum. If the clown doesn't agree to release Harry and the two surviving hibernators within the next minute,
I'm plugging everything.
Janeway will shut down the system, period.
Everybody died.
If the clown agrees to the deal, he'll get to keep one person in the simulation. And that one person is Captain Janeway herself.
Yep.
Naturally, the clone agrees immediately. He lets Harry and the others go as Janeway appears, and he's just super excited that she's here. He looks at the two of them in a mirror and says, "Don't we make a beautiful couple?" And Janeway says, "Ha, yeah. By the way, I'm not Captain Janeway. I'm just a hologram programmed to look and act like her."
Got your ass.
Janeway explains, the real Captain Janeway is connected to the system, so the clown can sense her presence, but she's not in stasis, which means she's not actually in the simulated environment. The clown's like, this is really not cool. Janeway tricked me. She lied to me. Now what's going to happen to me? And as the simulation begins to grow dark, Hollow Janeway says the same thing that eventually happens to all fear.
Salute,
will vanish. And the clown says pitifully, I'm afraid. I know. Fuck. Only it's podcast. So he doesn't actually say fuck. He says draft, which is like the TV PG version of fuck. Captain Janeway conquers fear itself. And she must have really enjoyed taking the hands-on approach, because the very next episode is the one where she personally murders Tuvix. The doctor says,
That's fucked up.
Doing it would kill Tuvix, and I'm not okay with that. So Janeway's like, shove over, let me at that console. Last week, I killed a computerized personification of fear and got me a taste of homicide, but now I am gonna eat. The Thaw is the kind of episode I wish Voyager did more often. It's a strong premise, well-paced, with some clever but logical developments, like using the doctor to speak to the clown inside the simulation. And it ends at just the right moment, on a memorable image, the clown's face melting into shadow. I like the idea of representing fear with a clown. I mean, what's scarier than a clown, right? And what makes clowns scary? Is it the fact
what made clowns scary was Tim Curry from the movie It. That's what made it fucking scary. It was that motherfucker. Thank you, Tim Curry. Thank you, Tim fucking Curry, for fucking scaring people with that clown shit. And the second thing, which is based on some real actual events, was John fucking Gacy dressed up as a fucking clown killing people. That motherfucker was out with Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and shit. You know, like, yo, man. Oh yeah, and another thing that made clowns scary, drum roll please, The Devil's Rejects, or House of 1,000 Corpses. Like, yo, this is some scary shit. This is a crazy ass family. Fuck it, crazy is an understatement. Psychotic, no, I think that's an understatement. Those motherfuckers are evil. When that motherfucking the older brother stood over the guy that they kidnapped right before he was about to kill him, he said these words, and this shit scared me. This is the scariest scene in the movie to me. He was like, I am the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work. And he fucking killed that man. Had the girl like running out with the motherfucking shit tied up. Rob Zombie's wife played the crazy daughter girl. I'm like, oh my God. And then when they go out in a blaze of glory, going towards the police, playing Leonard Skinner, Free Bird, getting shot up, I was like, man, this is one of the greatest movies with the perfect ending ever. And then they come out with a part 3, and I didn't see it because I was like, they should have never did it because it ended perfectly on The Devil's Rejects. You know, they had another one, you know, that was right after it, but I couldn't watch it because I felt that they, like it'll sanitize the original, like story to me. But and plus the guy that played the clown, he passed later on, that year. But man, I was like, oh man, that was a great movie. House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects. But the real story behind John Wayne Gacy, look him up. Look him up. Look him up. That's all I got to say. Look him up. We know about Ted Bundy. You know about Dahmer. You know about Charles Manson. But John Gacy, that motherfucker right there, that was scary. That shit's scary. Ted Bundy was luring bitches to his car. He was just a nice looking dude. Say, hey, yo, baby, can you come help me with my car? And they go, oh shit, he fine. I don't know nothing about cars, but I'm gonna get that number. I'm like, yep, bitch, that's what got you killed. Like, and Dahmer was on some other shit. But yeah, that was that. Then we got one more episode. It's gonna expand on a little bit more. We got one more video, and then we're gonna get up out of here. I'm glad the YouTube is playing cool.
10. Genesis. Comfortably one of the highlights of The Next Generation's often dismissed Season 7, Genesis is a slice of terrifying monster horror that wouldn't have been out of place on shows with far darker reputations. Giant beasts, disfigured crewmates, something that's half Reg Barkley, half Arachno Nightmare. The episode saw The Next Generation scoop 10 Emmy nominations for its makeup work that year. After a torpedo veers wildly off course during a training drill, Picard and Data set off on a short lad's day out to retrieve it. When they return to the ship, they find it adrift in space with no sign of the crew and one of the bridge officers physically eviscerated in his seat. Now, just want to clarify, not a doctor here, but if you are this member of the bridge crew, this is pretty much the last thing you ever want. They discover that a reactivated T-cell in Lieutenant Barkley has triggered a mutation in the rest of the crew, causing...
I would have kicked Barkley off the ship. It was like a T cell from your body caused all this shit. Broccoli, get that fucker off my ship. Shut up, Wesley. But Cap, your T cells in your body caused this. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to have this to happen again. Put this motherfucker on another space station. Put this motherfucker on Voyager.
To de-evolve into more savage life forms. Worf, in particular, becomes a nightmarish armored hell demon who rampages through the ship, attempting to mate with Troy. A cure is found.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. He was trying to fuck Troy in his motherfucking primal beast form.
Spot, but not after some ghoulish scenes have the audience leaping out of their seats and scurrying behind the sofa in equal measure. Number 9, The Haunting of Deck 12. Very much Star Trek's answer to the old Simpsons staple treehouse of horror, this as Neelix, who is scary enough, let's face it, entertains the young Borg in the cargo bay with a classic ghost story. With the power out and the room plunged into darkness, the cliche...
And that was a good episode. Neelix telling the story to the kids, but it's a true story that happened on the ship. Scary shit. That's why I fucked with it.
Campfire vibe quickly gives way to an impressively chilling tale. Traversing through a nebula similar to the one that's given us the setting for this episode, the crew were attacked by a strange, non-corporeal entity that had accidentally come aboard. The ship's systems function erratically, several personnel are injured or go missing, and only on a strange hunch is Janeway able to commune with the creature. After realizing they have inadvertently destroyed its home, the entity becomes enraged and attempts to kill everyone on board. Janeway is, at the last moment, able to reason with it and agrees to find a new place for it to live. Right here, on the ship, where it remains to this day, etc. Number 8.
Yeah. That motherfucking anomaly is on the fucking ship. That bitch tried to kill every fucking body. Niggas was getting zapped. Niggas was getting blasted across the room. Janeway was about to die. She's like, look, motherfucker, you can stay on the ship. Fuck it. We do it live. Fuck it. You can stay on the ship and we do it live. This fucking alien sucks.
Conspiracy. By and large, light entertainment space adventures only really lend themselves to one type of horror. That classic psychological trope of the terror being implied considerably more than it's seen, leaving your imagination to do all the heavy lifting and thus saving money on expensive ghoulies and not upsetting the network. All of that went straight out of the airlock, though, in the first season of The Next Generation, when the show decided instead to go for a full-on Cronenbergian nightmare, complete with exploding human heads and a grotesque alien monster. Quick word of caution here, this is easily the most viscerally disgusting thing Star Trek has ever devised outside of...
Yeah. You know, when we saw what a phaser could really fucking do, explode a nigga head off, and then an alien just bust out of a motherfucking chest and have to shoot that motherfucker too. You know, that shit was wild.
This man's swimwear choices. It all culminates in a disgusting feast of live maggots, an exploding human head, a dissolved chest cavity, and whatever the hell this thing is supposed to be. The episode carried a viewer discretion warning before it aired, and the producers were told to rein the gore in for season 2. Number 7, The Thaw. The entire premise behind Voyager was that by hurtling the crew to the other side of the galaxy, the possibilities of adventure, discovery, and danger were then infinite. Crazy then that the scariest thing in the entire universe still just so happens to be a maniacal evil clown. Discovering the stasis pods of a civilization that has protected itself from an ecological disaster, the crew are unable to release the survivors because they are cerebrally linked to the computer's simulation. Attempting to enter the dream world they live in,
and that was crazy too, like understanding that they had to put themselves in that cryo sleep, put themselves in a simulation to survive. That was a key pivotal moment that I had to understand. I'm like, damn, it's like their whole ecosystem was fucked up to the point where they had to do this. That's crazy. Which lets you know that, like, like, let's say if the planet is not being fucked with and the planet is doing its own natural thing, it could naturally be cleaning itself, but destroying the inhabitants on the planet, changing the atmosphere, changing the fucking weather or whatever, due to a natural process. and they had no fucking choice but to do this cryo simulation sleep. But the fear of death on the end of that planet and the fear of death of going into the cryo sleep, yeah, that created the shit. You know, like that's the double creation on the outside world and going to another world. Man, that's horror. That's fucking horror right there.
And then it's time to come back to reality. Harry, Kim, and Bellona Torres enter 2 vacant pods to contact them. This is a mistake. In fact, actually, I'm underselling it. It is a whoopsie bad idea with capital letters, because the dream world is actually a nightmare being run by the manifestations of the sleeper's own fears that just so happens to have taken the form of a maniacal clown. It has been slowly torturing its victims for decades, accidentally causing 2 to die from literal fright, and is just over the moon to have 2 new playthings. While there's nothing out and out horrifying in this episode, the relentlessly unhinged vibes of the clown are more than enough to dredge up any well-suppressed childhood fears. Number 6, The Man Trap. Critically lauded as one of the show's most seminal episodes, The Man Trap started Star Trek off on a terrifying path, certainly in the context of US light entertainment standards of the 1960s. Arriving on a planet inhabited by Robert and Nancy Carter, a series of strange and savage murders sees them seek refuge on the Enterprise until the grisly mystery can be solved. Carter, however, despite being an old flame of Dr. McCoy, turns out to be a shape-shifting salt vampire. Women, eh? In the end, it transpires that the real Nancy was killed by the vampire years previous.
All right, that's what's up.
Taking pity on Robert Carter, one of them remained with him and took her form. He'd just been living in complete denial about the whole thing. And
shout out to Low Key. Yep. Yeah, great sci-fi writer for sure. But shout out to Low Key. Bet it up. Got a new track. Can't wait. Got these new headphones and shit. So like the last I can probably say like the last 5 tracks that be on the, it's been on these new Bluetooth headphones that I just got. I hear a slight difference in sound. At first, I didn't hear a difference. I'm like, shit sound the same. shit sound the same to me. But yeah, get to test out these bad boys. Shit, cool. But can't wait to hear the new track. That's what's up. Man, I woke up. I thought I had to go back to work. I woke up like, holy shit. I looked at my time. I'm like, damn, I'm about to be late for work. Then I was like, wait a minute. I just went to sleep. I just got off of work. Fucked myself up this morning. I'm talking about like immediately when I woke up, looking at my phone, like, oh shit. Fuck work for having me go through that shit. But fuck work.
Flipping its salt tablets so it didn't murder him as well. Just like any normal grieving husband would have. While the sudden deaths of the Enterprise crew members aren't exactly nightmare fuel, this creature design, absolutely was.
Oh, you say win the verses? That I don't know. I might probably do that one. Probably tomorrow. Like do when about to get off of work. And everybody could come through and see it. Yep, I do it tomorrow around the same time I started this live. We're about to get off of work and shit. I just hope my shit don't fuck up. Surprisingly, it hasn't been fucking up lately. So I'm good. Probably because it ain't fucking up, because I ain't talking about shit important. But like, I bet if it was some fuck the government content, they'll have been buffering me, kicking me out, hiding y'all comments like, man, fuck YouTube.
Hello everyone, I'm just stopping by to let you all know that we have a brand new channel launched called What Culture Horror
Night Terrors. While the episode Night Terrors is, despite the name, designed to have more of a creeping, anxious vibe than anything outright terrifying, it does contain the next generation's single scariest moment. Finding the USS Britain adrift in space with all hands apparently murdered and only one survivor, the crew's investigations begin to unravel as they suffer the effects of a lack of sleep. It transpires that this patch of space is prohibiting them from dreaming and thus slowly pushing them towards the same manic fate that befell their bloodied friends on the ghost ship.
This was Star Trek to really understand how scary it is on every episode. I just want to get this out the way now. It's scary on every episode. They flew through a part of space they didn't even know that could fuck up your sleep patterns. Mind you, everything is dark and black. Unless you see some type of spatial anomaly where they be like, hey, yo, stop. Check that out. Full scan. Okay, it's such and such. This shit seems dangerous. Let's study some more. Okay. Okay, this could fucking possibly kill us. Let's maneuver around this shit. It's cataloged, though. Send that shit back to Starfleet and tell them to be careful not to go to this area. Ding. But parts of space where you just fly through and you don't even fucking know, and you just end up in a fucking God. That's scary all the way around. To seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one nigga has gone before, into the fucking unknown. And this is what Q was trying to tell those motherfuckers. That's what Q was trying to tell them.
Being a big nerd who doesn't need sleep, is entrusted with finding a way out of all of this, while the rest of the crew attempt to stave off the assorted hallucinations that delirium is causing. One moment, though, involving Dr. Crusher and an entire room full of corpses, is still pant-wetting to this day. Left to her own devices by her assistant, a growing sense of unease sweeps the scene before she realizes, silently and entirely, that all the bodies are suddenly sat upright. It is
yeah, night terrors was scary. When Beverly was in that room with all the bodies and shit, and they rose up, I was like, oh yeah, Beverly, get the fuck out that room. And she had genuine fear. I'm like, all right, Gates McFadden.
Movie 101 this, and still elicits a genuine eep every time it's watched. Number 4, The Empath. Again, it's not what you see in this episode that makes it's more the descriptions you're afforded and what your imagination can then do with them from there. In fact, such was the disturbing power of implication in this episode, it was banned by a number of networks when the show originally aired. In the episode, while visiting an apparently doomed planet, the crew is repeatedly subjected to torturous experiments by its inhabitants. Dr. McCoy in particular is put through the worst of it, having apparently been both psychologically and physically pulled apart the screen. Virtually all of his internal organs, according to Spock's assessment, have been abused in some capacity. Here in the UK, the episode wasn't screened unedited until 1994.
Damn. They waited till 1994. Mind you, this shit came out in the 60s. They waited till 1994 in the UK to put this shit out. They're like, man, we ain't trying to traumatize our motherfuckers. We don't want to see McCoy get tortured. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. I'm a doctor, not an engineer. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Shouts out to McCoy.
Its graphic approach of the subjects of madness, torture, and sadism. While it escaped the same censure in the United States, the episode did carry a warning before it aired to warn viewers about the graphic nature of its content. Again, though,
it was like viewer discretion is advised. They're gonna fuck our nigga McCoy up. McCoy is a favorite amongst a lot of Trekkies from that time, you know, because McCoy was like, he was just too real. He was just too real, but everybody loves Spock too. You know, live long and prosper and shit, and using all the logic and shit because of the brains. But like McCoy was just real. It was like it was real. Kirk is the captain. He the man, you know, gets all the hoes. You know what I'm saying? He the captain, you know what I'm saying?
Content that's particularly graphic, rather how it plays out in your own mind.
Yeah.
Number 3, Impulse. A recent survey of 100 Star Trek fans that I have just entirely made up revealed that the scariest thing about Enterprise was the state of some of its visual effects. That and the fact that Big Show was in it. However, coming in a close third was the episode Impulse, which dispenses with the usual unnerving psychological horror of Star Trek in favor of an episode about rampaging, murderous zombie Vulcans. Discovering a Vulcan ship adrift in an asteroid belt, Archer, T'Pol, and Lieutenant Reed venture on board to try and get to the bottom of the situation. En route to
one, knowing the biology of the Vulcan race, and now they're zombies. Oh shit. That's some scary shit. But I never watched the Star Trek Enterprise season because I was in high school, so you already know what it is when you were in high school. It was music, video games, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, girls. It was it. It was no Enterprise. It was no Star Trek. It was like after DS9, it was just like, oh, I tried to give Voyager a chance and I couldn't get into it until later on. And when I finally watched all the seasons, I got into it. I'm like, it's a good show. It ain't better than DS9. But I was not going to watch Enterprise. And plus, when I motherfucker heard that intro, I'm like, what? How dare you? This is not Star Trek themed. In that first season and shit. And then they took the Star Trek name off of just Enterprise.
Just casually drops it in that an entire Vulcan crew went mad and killed every single person on board while out looking for this exact ship. Sorry, T'Pol, just 1 second here. You didn't think that information was particularly pertinent before you decided to mount a rescue? No? To the astonishment of absolutely nobody, the vessel is also full of Vulcans who've gone irredeemably mad, and it's mere minutes before T'Pol starts to become one of them. Our away team does manage to fight its way back to the Enterprise, but not after a hefty chunk of jump scares and considerably elevated heart rates in blackened corridors. Number 2, Empok Nor. Empok Nor is pretty much the closest thing Star Trek has ever done to an out-and-out slasher movie. Taking Chief O'Brien, Nog, Garak, and these 4 turkeys to the abandoned sister station of Deep Space Nine, they discover 2 Cardassian super soldiers and a psychotropic drug that turns them into deranged xenophobic killing machines.
I might just watch the best episodes of Enterprise and see, check it out.
A Cardassian. A cat-and-mouse game breaks out between the revived killers and the fatally unprepared Starfleet salvage crew, with each of our brave boys in grey being gruesomely murdered by the stalkers. However, when they're finally overcome, the effects of the drug begin to take root in Garak, who turns on his colleagues and picks up where his fellow Cardassians left off. It is a great, grisly, and unsettling episode with a proper horror movie twist in its final act, showcasing the often overlooked Andrew Robinson as one of these show's most compelling and, when he wants to be, sinister characters. It's almost the scariest thing Star Trek has ever done. Almost. Number 1, Schisms. Schisms isn't only the scariest episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, nor the scariest episode of Star Trek full stop. It's probably one of the scariest things that went out on 90s pre-Watershed television. As an X-Files episode, this would have been lauded. On the Twilight Zone, it would have been considered too much, but it's Star Trek. Friendly, rewarding, fun for the whole family Star Trek, and it's terrifying. Taking the classic alien abduction trope that's made movies like Fire in the Sky so difficult to watch, the episode builds from a growing sense of unease all the way to a horrifying reveal absolutely perfectly. When several crew members start complaining about being tired, it's slowly revealed that they've been missing from the ship's logs overnight. Then, when several of them begin experiencing flashbacks triggered by otherwise innocuous objects, it's clear they all share a common, sinister memory. Riker, in particular, has even had his limbs amputated and reattached. Finding a way to stay awake during his next abduction, Will sets off to rescue a missing crew member and get to the bottom of this. He finds himself on a cold metal slab in the midst of an alien autopsy, but manages to escape. However, not before his captors can send a mysterious energy signal back through the rift they'd taken him through, leaving us on a sinister cliffhanger. So there you have it. Those are the 10 scariest episodes of Star Trek.
Those are the 10 scariest episodes. They picked the one that we talked about, the alien abduction, for number 1. But yeah, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Let's play a couple tracks. Where is it? There we go. Wait. Up. There we go.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's the end of the phone. People waking up every day. Every day. Taking on their own. The journey you see. The story you told, the life we know, the truth was unfold. It's not the end.
Only thing I was competing with Star Trek was Babylon 5.
It's not the end. It's not the end.
That's my memory of
the world.
The Star Trek show. It was Babylon 5.
It's not the end.
And later on, it was Battlestar Galactica. I never watched that either. It was good.
The truth unfold. They built walls of fear to keep us in line.
And the other shit is Star Wars.
The spirit of the people can be controlled by time. Yeah, it's not the end. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. 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 It's not the end of the world.
It is never the ending, you cannot give up. I know time is tough on board and look at you up. I know they got be tripping, they got us tripping. The intention is to knock us up off a pivot, the silent killing. Silent weapons for quiet wars. I'm on the source, let's turn the course. Are you ready for the fighting force? We just fighting for freedom and peace. I just visions for my brothers coming from the streets. They scared of fire, come out Messiah. Got a friend, the stars of fire. I got inspired for my people that rise with courage. Don't get discouraged. Got the power, you don't be nervous. You must assert it. Then you learn it, they coming out without a doubt. Standing tall as we shout, when we shoot them down. Some thinking that this thing in, but this thing ain't of them. Beginning of the revolution, we gon' be killing them. With these rebel rhymes, I gotta spit a limitless. Bring a break, hurricane, you will get entrenched. This suspense, it's gonna be glorious and so intense. So throw your hands up if you're feeling this. Hey.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end. It's not end. It's not the end. For those. It's not the end. Take control. It's not the end. Enough for us. It's not the end. Jubilation. It's not the end. Burning. It's not the end. For us. It's not the end. For us. It's not the end. For us. It's not the end. It's only beginning. It's not the end.
Yo, they have to make a deal. There's no way around it. Yep. They better make it. You already know. All right, we go play 3 more.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. A nuclear attack was commenced against the United States. 15 nuclear bombs have detonated in several areas across the country. They include Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Contingency plan, I'm with your bitch in the six. We got gang goods, but this hoe wanna eat my dick. Contingency plan, I'm standing tall in the collapse. They wanna govern our mind and study how we all react. Fingers on triggers, watch freedom fall right in our lap. Contingency plan, shit hit the fan, no going back. A coward die 1,000 deaths, I'ma die once. My contingency plan, real niggas to the front. Grab a sword, grab a gun. Bullets raining like a hurricane. Reload the drums. The purge, my home away from home. Wait, here I come. Rule number 1, when it's beat, you never run. Let them shells cook a nigga alive. You well done. Baptized by fire, feel like Satan, son. Chosen ones need to unite, there's more than one. Left, right, paradigm can trick a real one. My niggas acting like I wasn't in the field once. Last night I had a dream, we fought for freedom and we won. And I put that on my unborn son, straight slaughter. I put that on my unborn daughter. My contingency plan includes bloodline and torture. Yeah. Divine enforcer, yeah, all that greed, look at what it cost you. Holy Bible in my hand, I sent them to the altar. Married to the smoke, me and my pistol at the altar. Contingency plan, I got mine on my hip. Knocking on this door, I'll send you where Christ live. Hurricane, what's your plan?
My contingency plan is go ballistic. And super expensive time to bring the rules, so pay attention. Proper structure was cut down to simultaneous. Blowing up, everything is so courageous. I'm the angriest, dude, real pistols is dangerous. Bow strapped to my chest with the zaniness. People naming this doctor weapon, I stole it. Throwing politicians and feds up in the ocean. Where's my opponent? Show me my opponent. Billionaires and Davos, I gotta smoke them. After you win, I pick them up and throw them. Fuck all the talking. Time for us to show them everything. With the raiders in my veins, burning everything. Ain't no leaving, no dead remains. Better feel the pain in the name of a hurricane. If we don't kill the government, this shit will never change.
Wow, gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay.
All right, one more. We get out of here. Live long and stay naughty. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all hear me. I think my YouTube messing up on my other phone. Thanks, Vonta. All right, you can hear me okay? Okay, cool. But on my other phone, it's telling me it's buffing.
Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it, everybody get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it, and she about to get naughty, get naughty. Get naughty, get naughty. Baby girl get naughty, baby girl get naughty, naughty. Walking in the club, baby showing love. See me on stage, tell that motherfucker love. Baby girl getting low, drop it to the floor. Pick it back up, baby, make that ass roll. Out of control, got me saying roll. Baby twerking on me, girl, you know how it go. When the drop singing low, take it to the mo. Baby hop on it soon as the door close. One that you chose, take off my clothes, pull out the camera phone, wanna see you do a pose with the two video. Time to make the flick, going for buses when I'm giving her the dick. Baby girl, you the shit, girl like the party with, live a bad chick, say fire like an arsonist, baby this a hit. Got another party mix, call me Santa Claus, had to put you on the naughty list. Time they have a party, time they have a party. Baby girl love it, then she about to get naughty. Time they have a party, time they have a party. Baby girl love it, then she about to get naughty, get naughty, naughty, get naughty, 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 Giving her the business, love it when I'm in it. In her band, so that's her favorite position.
Download your shorts and send it to me because I want to play it. They gonna be playing no more.
About to go to sleep.
My other phone.
Vibing to the beat while I clap her cheeks. Baby girl screaming and she fucking up the sheets. She the beauty, I'm the beast. Eat her like a feast. Sweet cherry pie, baby, let me get a piece. Detroit after dark. Did it in the park. Under the stars on the hood of a car. See the veterans, we up in the parking lot. Put up to the job, we was fucking on the clock. Thinking after the drive-in. Treated like a swimming pool, I'm about to dive in. This a party over here, got you fucking vibing. Grab a naughty girl, yeah, I'm about to slide in. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty, get naughty, 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 naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty, get naughty, 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 naughty.
Yeah, my data ran out on the other phone. Yeah, my data ran on my other phone, so I'm like, damn, if I want to play your music, I'm gonna need you to download it and send it to me. You know, the shorts you did, so I could just have it, so I could just play it automatically with my music. Instead of going to my other phone and changing the Bluetooth. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I think my track got sent to you. It took like fucking 2 days for Google to send this shit to you, man. But it says sent, so like it should be sent to you. So I can start on that other parody. And I'm gonna send you probably a couple more. I'm gonna send you a couple more. To start the other R&B parody album. And plus also real fucking shit. I'm doing album release party. I need to do the album release for the R&B parody album. Because that bitch is finished. I'm working on 2 right now. So like I already got 2 already with the Jagged Edge songs. So yeah, that shit gonna be fun. That shit gonna be funny. We're gonna talk behind the scene once everything got together, K. Oh shit. That's what's up. I already see it. I'm about to open up a studio, nigga. Oh shit. Jordan Akram Studios. You is a singer and producer. Get a dog ass house, paid for. 6 bedrooms. It'll be like the real world. I'm just fucking with you, throwing shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell her what you got planned. Don't tell her what you got planned. I know I get some bread. I'm like, all right, let me get some land, put up some tiny homes. Okay, cool. All right, y'all set everything up. I'm about to go to the UK real quick. Hey, baby, in the UK. Let's holler. Let's head to the Philippines real quick. Buy our crib off the beach. Head to Colombia. Buy our crib off the beach. All the spots that's nice and affordable and safe. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to build our coffee shop. I need a coffee shop. We need a vineyard. And a coffee shop is going to be like Hooters. It's going to be sexy girls serving coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. They got... And, we're going to have laptops built in the table. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be built in the table. You know what I'm saying? If they want to bring their own laptop, they can. But it's going to be built in the table. You know what I'm saying? You already know what we're going to do about it. Comment Brandon was just talking about he was about to get you the laptop. Yeah. Yeah, I think comics life, he be life. I think lifing over there where he at. But still playing the waiting game. I've been patient. But hopefully somebody send me a laptop. And once I get the laptop, I gotta pay for like internet service. Gotta try to get the cheapest internet service. And three, most importantly, try not to be on the laptop too much for my shit to overheat and burn up. I gotta be careful about them laptops. I'm trying to keep it on my lap because I don't want to get cancer in the bullocks. Pause. So, gotta be careful with it. Gotta sit it up somewhere. Probably gotta set up my room and shit. But yeah. But it's like, but yeah, you need to get the postage payment, but I don't think it's that much. So like whatever's going on over there, money must be tight. But I understand we live in a crazy ass economy, telling a person's living arrangements. So, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting. So like if a computer pop up before his pop up, that'd be great. And because I'm not really focused on buying a computer. I gotta motherfucking make sure these bills are paid, these fucking the motherfucking rent is paid, and make sure my sister taken care of. It's like, I can't get a computer right now, but it's like this money go towards this fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like like, it's wild. And like plus I gotta get the internet service, and like that's a added bill. That's an extra bill. But it will happen. All I gotta do is, like if I had a second job, I could be able to pull this shit off overnight. But and plus it's gonna take money if I want to get back into the fucking dope game. Or I'm gonna say the weed game. Get back into the start selling weed. But dope is more money. But I don't like the hassle. But yeah. But like an extra job would be great. But then like it'll be a lot of limited lives. It might be a fucking live shit. I don't know how I'm gonna do the lives if I get two jobs. But it'll probably be lives at work, like probably something, and I have the segment. I gotta try to make it quick though, because break time is 30 minutes. If I get an hour break, that'll be awesome. I get hour breaks when I do the cleaning work, But yeah. But shit, I think we on day 6 right now. I think we on day 6. We got today, tomorrow, Thursday. Oh, no, wait. Today is Thursday. See, I'm fucked up. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep, I got 4 days left. Sunday is the last day. And they want me there early. They want me there early on Saturday and Sunday. So it ain't gonna be no Detroit After Dark tonight again. And it ain't gonna be one tomorrow night. But shit. But gonna get through it. Yep, over the 10-day hump. I thought I was gonna be more irritable, man. But like the only thing that fucked me up is I woke up and I thought I had to go to work. Felt like Riker. Felt like Riker for a second. Like, what the fuck? Right. It takes so much energy to do them album verses to me. Yes, it takes so much energy to really do all this shit. Like sometimes I go straight into a meditation session right after some of my lives. So yes, it takes a lot of energy. I have to get that shit back. Yeah. And that sounds naughty. 10-day help. Oh yeah, baby. I can't wait to get to the UK. It's gonna be more than a 10-day help. It's gonna be more than a 10-day help, baby. It's gonna be hot and naughty. Salute Stephen Ken. What up, dude? Shouts out to y'all. Hope y'all doing cool. You might have to catch the playback, but but I don't know if y'all Star Trek fans. But shouts out to y'all and y'all work. Y'all already know with the gardening and the cooking and the music. Shouts out to y'all for sure. But let me get up out of here. We just played the last song. This Star Trek Talk episode 13. you know. Shouts out to Low Key, shout out to Jordan. Oh yeah, Low Key sending me a track tomorrow, so you already know what it is. Depending on what time when he sent it to me, I could probably knock that shit out real quick and drop that bitch before work. And I think Jordan said he's sending me something, so yeah, got more music on the way. I still gotta write the verse for Charles. And that's it, oh yeah, and I still got some other shit I'm working on too, for the next album. I think I'm gonna call it the Detroit Rhythm. This is gonna be the Detroit Rhythm album. Fuck it. Hurricane is finished. And now we're gonna do the Detroit Rhythm. And the album verses, I think I might do it tomorrow. But like if I get the track from Low Key and I knock that bitch out quick, I could be able to probably fit both in. But yeah, I'll do the verses battle around the same time. About to get off. So I'm like, soon as about to get off. Oh yeah, Vanta. My phone lost its data. It ain't gonna come back to like the 28th. That's gonna be like 3 days from now. So I need you to download your shorts and send them to me, so I can be able to play it like whenever I go live again. I can be able to play your music on my media player. And I think my track got sent to you. I'm gonna send you some more because I got a new parody on the way. Brian McKnight, Brian McKnight parody. And plus, I gotta send you that motherfucker shit that I just got done doing earlier. I forgot the name of the song. I mean, I forgot the name of the person that sing the song. Like it's like I know it, but it's like it just keep on leaving my mind. But it's the motherfucker that sing. I bet you wonder where I've been. I came back to smoke some dro. Got a thing for boobs and I can't let go. I don't know where I'm gonna go with it. I don't know if I want to do a weed song or talk about boobs. But people wonder what is wrong with me. But I'm getting blazed because I'm smoking weed. But I just wanna fuck these hoes. Got a thing for boobs and I can't let go. I'ma kill that shit. Can't read the comments before you go. Shouts out to everybody. All right, let me read the comments and go back up. Once a female singer who love to collaborate with me, we about to be like you with the laughing emojis. You gotta say pause after that. For some reason, I feel like you gotta say pause. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. What are you talking about? We all a group. We just ain't thought of a name yet. But look, nigga. I feel where you're coming from. I know exactly what you're talking about. But you're talking about chemistry wise. But like we all got the chemistry, because we all a group. Like we all, we all got our own respective styles, but like we could all come together, and vibe. So yeah. You said, what's a female singer who love to collaborate? You about to be like you. You crazy. Nigga, we got more songs together. fucking god, Jordan, you're something else. You said, wait a minute. Okay, what's going on? Oh yeah, talking about the deleting of the channel. Oh yeah, yeah, hashtag fuck YouTube. Yeah, fuck YouTube. You already know it. And they deleted my third channel twice. Right, fuck YouTube, not the naughty way. Facts. But yeah, but we are good. We just need to think of the group name. Like if yes, we are solo artists, but like when it comes to when we come together as a group, we need a name, But like I said, it's in divine timing, and the name will resonate with everybody. But shouts out to everybody. Much love to my goddess, Vanta. Shouts out to Stephen Kim, good brothers. Shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to Low Key. Can't wait to hear what he got. Much love, Tammy. Shouts out to you. Salute Branches. Anybody else came through? Oh yeah, GBA Radio. Salute. And Milestone from the second channel. Yep. And who else? Yep, that's it. It was Milestone first. Vanta came through. Then it was GBA. Then Branches. Then Jordan came through. Then Low Key came through. Then Stephen Kev came through. Yep. The three tenors of hip hop. Oh yeah, that's cold. But we got water style. So yeah. So yeah, it's like it's more to the group. Saying shouts out the water style. Sing, rap, and produce. Bad motherfucker. And shout out to Jordan. Sing and produce. Shout out to Low Key. Shout out to Relentless, Charles, Sir Drop, C City, Monkey Man, Cedo Boy. Shout out to everybody. And most importantly, shouts out to me. Because I'm still training. I had to hop out the hyperbolic time chamber to motherfucking do the album release. Now it's time to go back into the chamber and train for the more tracks. And shouts out to Phenom Rogue One for the beats, DJ Graves, DJ Overtime, In the Groove. Shout out to Eyes Wide Shut for the visuals also. And shout out to all the producers. Shout out to Monkey Man again. But we got a solid camp of real cool people with individuality. Shout out to Live and Learn. Can't forget about Live and Learn too. And yeah, we got some, we got a team of unorthodox individuals, and that makes the great revolution. Like a team full of just unorthodox motherfuckers that can come together with their skills and talents and fuck some shit up. And shout out to GBA Radio, doing this thing too. And shout out to everybody else that I didn't say. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Comply, Vanta. Kumasha. Vanta. I love you. And catch y'all in a minute. I gotta go to the stove, come back, maybe some lunch, and chill back and relax. It's 7:35. Well, no, 7:55 in the UK. It's almost dinner time there. And 8:55 in Sweden, 8:55 in the Netherlands, 1:55 in Chicago, 2:55 in Georgia, 2:55 in Jersey, 11:55 in Cali. Shout out to everybody in y'all respective time zones. I'll do a versus battle tonight. No, I'm doing the verses. I'm doing the verses tomorrow when Vanta get off of work. So I'm all as soon as she come in. Be like, all right, cool, baby, I can start. But yeah, I think my track got something to you, for the next parody. and send me your shorts so I can be able to, like play them, because my other phone is fucked up. And what's real crazy is I ain't gonna know if my live fucking up because of this. So hashtag I gotta wait 3 days for my phone to get its data back again. But I'm glad it lasted this long. I made sure I had my data saver on, and I made sure, like, whenever I leave out the app, I made sure I close it, like, so it don't drain the juice of the data. So like I go in, I gotta ration my comments and shit. That's some bullshit. I gotta ration comments. But yeah. But 3 days or in 1 hour, you would do a oh, you're doing the verses? Oh, you doing the verses tonight. God damn, man. I'm gonna be at work. I'm gonna be at work tonight. You said, or in an hour you would do a verses. Okay, cool. So in an hour, that's like, it's about to be 3. So you will start at 4. Okay, 4 o'clock. So who's the verses? I mean, like, which album you doing the verses on? You ain't even done with the Radiance yet. We got like 20 tracks. All right. So like, you doing what? Jubilation versus Anthem or something? As a matter of fact, shit, like what I do is I try to have like the tracks that have the same number of tracks. Oh, Ashe versus Veracity. All right. Ashe and Veracity was a good album. Oh yeah, the Veracity was the funk album. Yeah, I mean, like the funk mixed with your style. Yeah, and the Ashe was a good album too. Fuck it, I'm going with Veracity already. I love Ashe, but like Veracity was cool. Veracity was fucking nice. But like Ashe is power behind it. Veracity got some funk and fun behind it, but like, it's both great albums. Oh, best of 7 with them. Okay, cool. Yep. So 7 versus 7. That's 14 tracks. You might as well say you listen to a whole album. Yep. Great. I'll try to be there for sure. If you're doing it in an hour, that's what's up. I had to go to the stove, grab me some blunts, come back, cook. I just might make some dogs. Make some dogs, or just probably make some rice. I'm not sure. So dogs. Rice. Yep. But yeah. Much love to the goddess Vanta. Send me your tunes, baby, so I can play your music. Because like, they gonna let me switch to my phone in order to go to your channel and play it. And plus, going to your channel and play it gives you the extra view and the engagement, because shouts out to Vata, them they watching it, baby. They watching it. They watching them shorts with the lava. It's awesome. And you said it was AI, so like, I'll type something in a prompt, but like, if you type something and it went along with that, you're like, that's cool. So no telling how far your imagination can go. Type in a prompt, naughty holodeck lava lamp music or some shit like that. I can't wait to hear your next one though. But yeah, great songs, Vonda, because I see you singing that to me. That's why I love it so much, because I see you singing it on the stage, and I'm in the audience, like, yeah, like with the classic mobster fit on, with the fedora, the feather hat, and the goons come in, and I start fighting the goons in the shootout on some Picard shit. We was shooting motherfuckers while the song play. But let me get up out of here. Shouts out to everybody again. Star Trek Live, Star Trek Talk 13. And I see y'all the next one. And if Jordan's going live in an hour, make sure y'all hit up Jordan for the verses. And I'll do the Rebellion versus the Hurricanes tomorrow around the time I'm about to get off of work. And then we'll kick back and chill. How many tracks? Hurricane got 18. I think Rebellion got 18 too. I need to check again. I think they both 18 tracks apiece. So yeah, we're gonna try to get through it. But shouts out to everybody. This is the HHN mixed with Star Trek. And we'll catch y'all in a minute. Peace. Kapla Vanta. Kumasha. Be safe and stay blessed. Oh, yeah. I forgot. We always got to end it with this on the Star Trek. Live long and stay naughty. Make it so. Comply, Vanta. Live long and stay naughty. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. UK After Dark. Get your grub on, baby. And catch y'all in the next one. If anything pops up, I might go live, but I'm not really sure. But chances are I'm going to, go to the stove, come back, eat, get some rest, and chill out. It's time for me to chill out because I got to get some rest and get ready for work anyway. So I'm about to overwork myself. But yeah. And then listen to some Vanta tunes on the way to the stove. You already know. And I'll catch y'all in a minute. Comply, yeah. Live long and stay naughty, everybody. We out.